On Thursday, digital asset infrastructure company Fireblocks launched its Fireblocks network for payment solutions that it says it's going to power stablecoin payments across more than 100 countries. Well, NYSE-listed Circle, which did list here on the exchange this past June, is among more than 40 providers on the network. And joining me now with more is Rand Goldie. He's Fireblocks SVP of Payments and Network. Rand, thanks so much for joining us this morning from Israel. It's great to have you on the show. And what more can you share about this announcement?
Thank you for having me. Great to see you again. And well, I think for us, this is obviously super exciting. We've been, as Fireblocks, we've been powering more than 10 trillion worth of assets over the last 7 years. And as you're aware, over the last 18 months, with everything happened in the stablecoin space, with the Genius Act, more and more payment companies are coming into this space. And they've came to us and said, well, you know, this is a great network for traders, for exchanges. We want you folks to connect us to all the different banks and on and off ramps and liquidity providers that are working globally. So we as a payments company now coming into the stablecoin space can actually create our own network, can actually connect to a provider in Argentina and have connectivity to local fiat rails over there, or PIX in Brazil, or SPAY in Mexico, or the Singapore dollar. Right? So what Fireblocks has created is a way for all these payment companies to come live today, connect through Fireblocks to more than 100 different countries, 60 plus currencies, and create whatever stablecoin-based products they want to create.
Okay, so how is this going to change for the user? How are they going to experience a newness to their process?
So if you are a fintech app, for example, that is live in Argentina and is helping people to hold money in the form of a dollar, right? A lot of those apps, by the way, behind the scenes, and we've seen some of those apps run on Fireblocks. They have more than 10 million users across Latin America. These apps show the users locally, hey, here's a dollar we're holding for you that you've on-ramped for Mexican pesos, Argentinian pesos, or whatnot. And these fintech apps, they now actually want to enable, cross-border payments. They want to say, hey, I now want to enable my users to send money to their friends in Africa, in APAC, and whatnot. And this fintech app, up until now, had to scratch their heads. Hey, do I need to now, travel all the way across the globe, start doing my due diligence with those companies, start thinking, who do I connect to? How am I connecting to them? How am I orchestrating all of this? That's a huge operational burden. Yeah. And this is something, again, Fireblocks as this neutral player in the industry that, more than 50% of institutions runs on Fireblocks. It's almost our duty to help them connect those dots.
What does this mean for the growth of Fireblocks?
So, if you zoom out and we look at stablecoins, really, in 2020, 2021, Fireblocks had a volume of, probably less than $1 trillion, and stablecoins were really just about merely 10% of that. Now we're at $5 trillion a year of volume, where stablecoins are 56% of that volume. Okay, so what we're seeing is exponential growth of stablecoins within this digital asset space. And we think that now, as this network is live, more and more of these, large fintechs, large payment companies that you've been hearing all throughout the last 18 months since, a lot of the sentiment has changed, are coming into this market. I think there will just be an easier path for them to grow, and then an easier path for us to grow as we help, help scale this industry of stablecoin ecosystem.
Rand Goldie, he's Fireblocks SVP of Payments and Network, joining us this morning, New York time from Israel. Rand, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kristen.
Yes,
good to see you again.
Great to see you again. Of course, Rand and I caught up at Money 2020 Europe in Amsterdam earlier this summer, the same week that Circle went public here at the New York Stock Exchange in June. All right, viewers.